Ahoy there, pirates! Amir, or One Falcon here from Rare Thief. Larinna has prepared a brand new challenge for all you festive pirates across the Sea of Thieves. You can ring in the new year while earning several new cosmetics by celebrating Grogmanay. The Grogmanay challenge contains 6 fiery goals that will have you using some of the hottest tools the Sea of Thieves has to offer. You'll have until January 20th to complete this challenge and earn the rewards. The rewarded cosmetics up for grabs are the Order of Souls bucket, the Frostbite Cannons, and the Paradise Garden Cannon Flare. You will unlock one of these cosmetics for every 2 goals you complete. Once January 20th rolls around, the Order of Souls bucket and Frostbite Cannons can be purchased from any outpost after completing specific commendations, while the Paradise Garden Cannon Flare will head back to the Pirate Emporium. Now that we have the cosmetics covered, let's dive into the 6 goals and how to complete them. You'll notice that most of the goals have a recurring thread that you'll hear mentioned several times throughout the video. That recurring thread is Larinna's Black Powder Stash Voyages. You will want to complete any of the Black Powder Stash Voyages multiple times to quickly and efficiently complete the following goals. The first goal in this challenge is Hot Property. To complete this goal, you or your crew must turn in 3 Chests of Rage to the Gold Hoarders. The Chest of Rage is a type of cursed chest introduced in the Cruise of Rage update. You can usually find Chests of Rage randomly washed up on islands or in the Molten Sands Fortress Vault. Fortunately for us, there's another and much easier way to find a Chest of Rage. To knock this goal out quickly, you'll want to take advantage of Larinna's Black Powder Stash Voyages. These time-limited voyages offer a very simple way to obtain a Chest of Rage. Purchase any one of the 4 Black Powder Stash Voyages from Larinna and vote on the voyage. The voyage consists of 2 chapters that will each have you completing X marks the spot quests. The critical chapter of this voyage is the final one. It has 1 X marks the spot quest with several X's defined. One of the X's to dig up for this quest will uncover a Chest of Rage. You will also find an Ashen Wind Skull that you want to save for later. Once you have dug up a Chest of Rage, deliver it to a Gold Hoarder representative at any outpost for credit. Do this voyage 2 more times to turn in 2 more chests to complete this goal. The next goal in this challenge, Scalding Syne, will have you and your crew setting a skeleton ship on fire with an Ashen Wind Skull. Ashen Wind Skulls are one of the many tools found in the Sea of Thieves. This tool in particular acts as a flamethrower that can set skeletons, pirates, and ships ablaze. You can usually find them in the loot awarded after completing an Ashen Lord World event. Lucky for us, like that Chest of Rage, you can also find an Ashen Wind Skull in the final chapter of a Black Powder Stash Voyage. Complete any one of the 4 Black Powder Stash Voyages to swiftly acquire an Ashen Wind Skull. With this powerful tool in hand, it's now time to hunt down a skeleton ship. You can sail towards an active skeleton ship world event for guaranteed skeleton ships to battle, or find an emergent skeleton ship roaming the sea. Once you have one in sight, sail towards it with your Ashen Wind Skull and board it. Once aboard, you'll want to start lighting the ship on fire by activating the Ashen Wind Skull. Focusing the flame that comes out of the skull's mouth on the mast, capstan, or wheel of the skeleton ship will quickly set the ship on fire. While you're on board, you can light a few skeletons on fire for progress towards another goal in this challenge. Just make sure you light the ship on fire before you die or jump off the side. As soon as you light the ship, you will have completed the goal. The third goal in the Grogmanay challenge is Celebratory Toast. To complete this goal, you'll want to set 10 skeletons on fire with an Ashen Wind Skull. As we mentioned earlier, you can easily get an Ashen Wind Skull on demand from the Black Powder Stash Voyages. Once you have your portable flamethrower in hand, it's time to find some poor skeletons to light on fire. Any skeletons will do for this goal. For a guaranteed way to find skeletons, you can always complete an Order of Souls voyage or take on an active skeleton fort. You can also visit random islands in the Sea of Thieves and kill any ambient skeletons that are roaming the island or spawn while you're there. We were able to complete the goal on the same island we dug up the Ashen Wind Skull on. We just let all the skeletons that ambushed us as we dug up the treasure gather up and then lit them all on fire with our newly acquired skull. As soon as you light your 10th skeleton on fire with the Ashen Wind Skull, you have completed the goal. On to the next goal. For a Gunpowder Plot, you must kill 3 bone skeletons at the same time by shooting a gunpowder skeleton on 5 different occasions. Gunpowder skeletons are skeletons that spawn while holding a gunpowder barrel in their hands. They'll run towards any pirate in their vicinity and set off the gunpowder barrel they are holding when close enough. For this goal, you'll want to gather several bone skeletons around a gunpowder skeleton and shoot the gunpowder barrel to kill the surrounding skeletons. You'll need to make sure that you or someone in your crew is the one to set off the gunpowder barrel by shooting it or slashing it with your sword. If the skeleton holding the gunpowder barrel sets it off on its own, you won't get credit for the skeleton kills. You will also need to make sure you are killing bone skeletons. Plant skeletons, gold skeletons, and shadow skeletons will not count for this. Make sure the skeletons near the gunpowder skeleton are your regular plain old bone skeletons. So where can you find a gunpowder skeleton? Gunpowder skeletons randomly spawn, so there isn't really a guaranteed way to find them. They can be found randomly on islands, during Order of Souls voyages, or at an active skeleton fort. You will most likely come across a few while taking on a skeleton fort. The tricky part there will be getting a wave of bone skeletons, not a different type of skeletons, along with the gunpowder skeleton. One thing to keep in mind is bone skeletons, along with gunpowder skeletons, are more likely to spawn around you while you have an active voyage down. The higher rank the voyage, the better your chances too. We have had good luck finding gunpowder skeletons with several bone skeletons nearby while working on gold hoarder treasure map voyages and Athena's fortune voyages. Not only will you be running around the islands looking for treasure with an active voyage, but you'll also have a chance to be ambushed by bone skeletons when digging up treasure from the voyage. For you pirate legends, you can always run through the Athena's Run voyage that Larinna is selling. That voyage is notorious for spawning plenty of gunpowder skeletons while trying to complete it. If you find a gunpowder skeleton roaming an island without enough bone skeletons around it, run around the island waiting for more to spawn. You might have to herd and corral a few bone skeletons to the gunpowder one to get a group big enough for the goal. Once you kill your 5th grouping of bone skeletons with a gunpowder skeleton, you will complete this goal. This next goal will most likely come naturally as you complete the previous goals in this challenge. To complete Never Brought to Mind, you or your crew must turn in several Ashen Wind Skulls to the Order of Souls. While you normally will find Ashen Wind Skulls after completing an Ashen Lord Whirl event, the time-limited Black Powder Stash voyage we've referenced several times already makes it much easier to acquire. Complete that last chapter of any Black Powder Stash voyage to get your hands on an Ashen Wind Skull. Complete the voyage several times and sell the Ashen Wind Skull you acquire each time to any Order of Souls representative to complete this goal. The final goal in this challenge is the Fireworks goal. You will want to set 20 skeletons on fire to complete it. You can set skeletons on fire in multiple ways, but the two most straightforward ways are using firebombs and the Ashen Wind Skull. Firebombs can be found in resource barrels across the Sea of Thieves. Your ship is also stocked with several when you start a new session on the sea. Once you have enough firebombs in hand, simply equip and throw your firebomb at any skeleton to get credit for this goal. Finding a group of skeletons to make the most of your firebombs would be ideal. While firebombs work just fine, you probably already have an Ashen Wind Skull from doing the Black Powder Stash voyages. With your Ashen Wind Skull in hand, find any group of skeletons and unleash your skull on them. The fire that spews from the skull's mouth will instantly set any skeleton in its reach on fire. Once you have set 20 skeletons on fire, the goal will be complete. Well, that about covers everything you need to know to get this challenge done. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We wish all you pirates out there a happy new year and are looking forward to what 2021 brings to the Sea of Thieves. Thanks for watching.